today we're hopping in the GC. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, I really wasn't going to film anything today, to be honest. Oh god, thank you. I wasn't going to film anything, to be honest, and I was just kind of doing my regular routine. Obviously, you guys saw me just waking up, cruising. I was about to go to the gym, and then I was taking some notes on my phone on what else I need to finish my STI swap. And a lot of you guys, I realized, were commenting. I never really went over it, and I want to be as transparent as possible, like how much the STI drivetrain swap is going to cost. So I was writing down on my notes the remainder of the stuff they need to buy, how much more money do I need to save up, yada yada yada. And it is a lot more money than I thought, which kind of sucks. I'm not like purposely just being lazy and not putting out the STI drivetrain swap videos. I'm literally just saving up for the stuff that I still need. So in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to go over. I'm going to show you guys my notes. I'll pop up a little thing over here and kind of show you guys the whole breakdown and how much it actually is going to cost me personally to do the STI swap. I'm of course saving a little bit of money because I'm going to do all the work myself. But I think it'd definitely be nice to give you guys some insight on how much you should be expecting to pay to do the swap. Now, keep in mind, my swap is going to be probably more expensive than most, I would say. Only because of the parts that I was getting and the parts that I had to get with my car being probably the hardest WRX to swap. And we'll get into that reason in just a little bit. But right now I'm actually heading to Subaru to pick up a couple parts for that STI swap. And so we could start the very stage one of the actual swap going down. We're going to head over to Subaru. We're actually going to go pick up a brand new flywheel because my clutch is actually coming in tomorrow. And I need a new flywheel for that. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not going with a lightweight flywheel, but we can go over that if you guys really want. OEM's going to be just fine for me and what I want. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head to Subaru. I'll see you guys in a second. Woohoo! Freaking cruising it. Let's go, boys. I do really wish this thing was manual already because I'm really excited to actually drive this thing when it's a manual with the turbo engine swap too. But you guys already know the swap's already here. It's in the WRX, just waiting to get swapped into this guy. And I'm pretty excited on it. I drove this thing for the first time in a while last night to go to work because, as you guys saw, the WRX is ready to go for the swap, and it's just parked at the bottom of the driveway, so I had to take this guy out. Honestly, it was pretty ridiculous how much fun I have just driving this thing, even though it's automatic, it's not swapped or anything. I don't know, I was just literally having the time of my life last night. My friends thought I was going crazy because I was sending them some Snapchats of me driving this thing, and I was just literally having the time of my life. I don't know why this thing is so fun to drive, and it's literally just automatic. Like, it's nothing special, but it's special to me. That's all that matters, and I'm really excited to get this build going, so I hope you guys are too. Okay, I'll see you guys at Subaru. Hey yo, my freaking boy, oh god, it's upside down. The freaking boys at Subaru, always hooking it up here in Santa Cruz, and I just got the flywheel. I also got this little pin as well I'm replacing, getting this little spring for the fork as well, and then that little guy as well, just for the pin that goes through. And also I was missing this guy as well. It's pretty much, I'll show you on the side of the transmission maybe later in today's video. You'll see what I was missing, so just good to replace all that stuff. And we're just getting a full little refresh. Obviously, before we install my full drivetrain, I want to make sure everything's good, in working order, fresh, ready to go for the big boy. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to head to the gym, and then I'm going to catch you guys after that, and then we'll do the little breakdown of what's going to actually cost me to freaking STI swap my WRX. And I think it's going to be a little bit more than you guys are thinking. It was more than I was thinking, and I'm not excited about it, but I'm excited for the finished product, so we'll see. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it. So we got the handy dandy notes here, and we're gonna figure out exactly how much it's actually gonna cost me to STI. I already said it a million times, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get straight into it. And the first thing is, a lot of people are asking how much it cost me to actually buy the entire drivetrain itself. STI, it was used. It was from a blog by STI, and I didn't need the knuckles, so what I got, obviously you guys saw, was the transmission, the axles, the diff, drive shaft, and I got all that for $2,500. I had 90,000 miles on it, I thought it was a pretty fair deal. I'm sure you could find those. They kind of range. You could probably find it as cheap as like 2 G's if you get a super good deal, and upwards of about probably like 3,500 if you got like the one that everyone wants, with like an 07 STI, which is like a little bit different gearing and low miles. So that's definitely going to range. Next, what I just ordered actually yesterday, and it's coming in the mail tomorrow, is a clutch. I got a clutch that's rated for about 600 foot-pounds, and you guys will actually see that probably in the next video or so. And obviously you guys just saw me go to Subaru and get a flywheel as well. And after that, you guys already saw that I got the front rear Brembos. But when getting Brembos, it's obviously a good idea to do a rebuild kit on it, because you already have them off the car. And my rebuild kit is going to cost $230. And then with that being said, I also am getting new front rotors and pads and lines, and rear rotors and rear pads and lines, and that's going to cost about probably $500-$600. And then also what I had to do when you're going from WRX to STI is, I'm sure I already went over this, the front bolt spacing for the suspension is actually different, but for me I got pretty lucky. Airlift actually sells the lower portion of the strut separately, so I can keep the rear suspension. All I need to do is get that lower part. It was $200. And also, this is another thing, STI cluster, and also getting the ability to utilize the DCCD control with that. So STI cluster is about $200. The DCCD control, I'm probably going to go with the DCCD Pro, unless someone has something to kind of say against that. It's about $400, and it's a way that I can actually use the DCCD kind of stuff, because the drivetrain that I got, obviously it's DCCD compatible, but it didn't come with the controller itself or the buttons or anything like that. So there's an aftermarket company, it's called DCCD Pro, is their little kit, and it's about $400, so I'm probably going to pick up that too. And then the other big one and the final one is getting wheels and tires. And obviously this will range depending on what you want to do. But I did get the 5x114 knuckles when I got the Brembos, which were about $1,100 for both of those. And obviously what I got was the T37V Mark II. I picked those up for $2,700, but brand new they're $3,400, even though mine were brand new and they were on the box. Obviously the boy Ronald actually gave me a little hookup on that, so super stoked on that. And then buying tires as well is, what was my other price for the tires? Probably about, I'm assuming like $700 or so. Probably getting some like 295/30 tires as well. So I think all of those added up, if I did the math right, was about $9,260 for me literally to full STI swap my car, utilizing the DCCD, swapping over to 5x114, and obviously wheels, tires, and upgrading the suspension, Brembos, all that stuff. So pretty much this is exactly kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to cost me about 10 grand to do it. That's why it took me such a long time to actually do it. Do I have all the parts yet? No. Is it taking me a long time? I would say obviously yeah. I mean, I've had the car for a super long time, and that's kind of why I was waiting such a long time. I was actually going to use the money that I had to actually get a different car instead of the GC. I was gonna go like super basic, get just like a daily, not get another project car, but I really wanted to use the money to invest back into my channel. So would I advise you guys, if you're like my age, to do it? I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. It's definitely a lot of money, but like I said, I'm investing it back into my channel, and utilizing the money that I get from the channel, just going back into it as well. So I feel like it's, you know, obviously kind of different for me, but I'm obviously going to do a comparison versus the 5-speed and 6-speed to see if it's actually worth it. Okay, it was a little windy out there, so we're going to hop back in the car. So as you guys could see, it's probably like a little bit more than you guys thought. I assume it's definitely more than kind of, I guess, I was assuming at the beginning. If you look up like how to STI swap your car, I feel like online it says it's probably around like 4 grand, and honestly you probably could get it done for 4 grand. It's obviously not necessary to get like super expensive wheels or get all this aftermarket stuff that I'm getting, as well as the STI swap. That's obviously why it's costing like a lot of money. So I think I would say you could probably safely do it for about let's say like $4,500 to get the full swap done. And what I touched on earlier was the fact that the 06, 07 WRX is actually the most expensive one to swap, and that's because the clutch styles are actually different. There's which is a push and a pull style. So I'm also gonna have to get a slave cylinder, which I found out. And I don't know if I need to get like the line as well. Like I'm gonna kind of cross that bridge when I get there, but there's definitely a few things. And another thing that's different on the 06 WRX is the fact that the rear differential, the final drive, is different, I believe. I don't know what the exact one is. It's like 3.7-ish or something like that, instead of like a 3.54 or something, which is like a lot of the earlier WRXs, like the Blob Eye and also the Bug Eye. You can actually use a 6-speed and retain your old R160 diff with all of those. So I don't know why Subaru decided the 6.7 WRX had to have a different differential and also a different clutch style and stuff like that. Like, it definitely makes it a lot more expensive to do the STI swap. So that's why, like, a lot of the earlier ones, it's a lot easier to do and a lot cheaper to do a 6-speed swap, because you could retain a lot of the WRX stuff. But for mine, it's obviously somehow has to be the most expensive, which is a little bit annoying, but you know, it's okay. Now I'm going to have everything STI, and I'm sure it will all be worth it in the end. So I am very excited to get, obviously, the swap done. I know this video was a lot of talking, but I know there's a lot of people interested in like all like the inner workings and how much it's actually going to cost to do it. And I think I'd be pretty interested as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was just a real quick one. The next video is actually going to be a really, really fun one. You guys need to stay tuned for that one. It's going to be another STI swapped GC, but this one is M3 Laguna Seca Blue, and I'm actually filming that on Friday. Today's Wednesday, so that'll be the next video, maybe Saturday or so. That video will be up. It's on E85. I think it has like 450 or 460 wheel, so that one video is gonna be freaking sweet. It's gonna be another video just like the last one I did on David's car. Real nice cinematic. A lot of you guys actually enjoyed the edit in that last video, so I was super stoked on that. I actually worked really hard on that, so I was really happy you guys enjoyed it. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.